Dawson Rider Wiki.
Hey YouTube, Dawson Rider here with my review of the special edition White Ranger Figuart with a Tommy head. I mean, I suppose it's technically always a Tommy head, but this is like a Tommy human head. Other than that, it is basically the same White Ranger slash Cuba Ranger Figuart we got way back when, quite a while ago. It was done in part of like the 25th anniversary. It's got a really snazzy packaging, actually. Let me just take a quick look at it for us. Like, as you can see, there's a huge shot of the White Ranger on there, which looks pretty cool. It's posed pretty neat, and you got the logo there. And then if you can see in here, it's actually, like, the design around the whole box actually has a bunch of different Rangers. Like, there's Dino Charge Red, Rhino Ranger's in there, continues up here. You can see, like, Dino Thunder Red, MMPR Yellow. That's actually just pretty cool. I didn't even notice that at first. I just kind of liked the general color scheme and look they had for it. You got the 25th anniversary logo up there, picture of him on the side, and then on the back. It's just pretty neat packaging. So, yeah, they did two versions of these for Comic-Con this year in 2018 for Green Ranger with a Tommy head, which was like it's really funny to go by hairstyle, but it's actually kind of true of Tommy. But it was like the season 1 ponytail, not mullet Tommy. That would have been way more enticing. And then Jason, and then this was just a retail release of White Ranger Tommy. As for accessories, pretty much the same as always. On him right now, I have one of the standard closed Figuart fists, the Saba that he comes with, or one of the parts of him, and then the helmet, which you can swap out, and then kind of holding things hand, specifically holding the helmet hand. He's got one of those here again as well. You got kind of that posed hand we saw in the front of the box, more closed fists, and then this other Saba part you can swap out by taking apart the hilt and the blade. They should have included the broken Draken version that he used to basically stab himself. That would have been cracking. But yeah, so this is the same helmet you get with the standard figure, and you can swap it out pretty easily. And I think it's pretty good. It's not perfect for staying in your hands and not slipping out all slippery like, but I mean, I think it looks pretty good, pretty sleek. I like the colors on it. The gold looks good, the white looks good. It's got this almost pearl look to it, which is nice. Now here's the thing, I thought that the head sculpt idea was pretty neat, which is obviously why I bought it. But let's see if you can tell, there's like printed dots all over his face. I'm not sure if the camera's picking that up the greatest, but there is like little dots all over his face. Like, it looks like you can tell where they grafted it, or like they were spray painting it and they forgot to fully cover it up. So there's just like this layer of what looks like just leftovers of black spray paint, and it looks really weird. It doesn't look so bad from a distance, but when you're really up close to it, it's really bothersome. They did an okay job at getting his likeness. It almost looks more like either comics Tommy or like, Tommy, royalty-free Tommy, where they couldn't exactly do JDF's likeness. And you got a signature season 2, like, let his hair down hair. It does kind of hinder the movements a little bit. Like, I was trying to get him in a pose where he's just turning his head a little bit for like the thumbnail picture, and it was like he has a hard time turning it because of that. But other than that, you do have the same range of motion. Like I said, the figure is basically the same as the other one. I mean, it's got good details. I really like the gold here for this. It's simultaneously shiny and a little bit dark. The matte finish there, the pearl white that they kind of use for the color here, I think looks pretty good. The Figuarts mold is pretty decent too. The fact that he has these also moves, so it gives you range of motion, which is nice, but hide like the little, crevices here pretty well that will open up, and although you can tell that there. But they do have that nice one that kind of follows it here, even so, which is pretty good. But as you know, with Figuarts, you get pretty good articulation, ball joint here, swiveling, double elbow joint, swiveling at the fists. Nice joint here. I do prefer the newer ones, the newer mold that has like kind of the full-on like ball here that kind of just makes it seem a little bit better. Double knee joint, you got your swiveling at the foot, your toe action joint there, swiveling at the chest, all that fun stuff. And then you got Saba here, which is very nicely detailed, as usual with these. The Figuarts always does a pretty good job at that. And you can separate it to put it in the holster here or not put it in the holster. It's whatever you want to do. Swapping out the heads is pretty easy on this. Just, pop it off and knock the little accessories thing off. Oh, actually, that was just the regular one. Never mind. But anyway, and then pop that on, and then you have the White Ranger, just normal. That's how he back to actioned it. So yeah. So if you already have the White Ranger figure and you're not interested in the Tommy head, you really don't need to get this. But if you really wanted the White Ranger figure and, never got it, then this is a good opportunity to, because you get a free Tommy head. But here's the thing. I think this thing was announced or showed up or whatever very shortly before we got news that Hasbro's Lightning Collection was going to have alternate human heads. And I think we even got to look at it in one of those videos during the Morphicon footage of like working on the figure and stuff. So that kind of made this pretty unnecessary unless you're just a huge Figuarts fan. Like I'll definitely do a side-by-side comparison when the Legacy line comes out to compare this to the Lightning collection, but you know, based on the general pricing for the type of collection figures that the Lightning collection are, it'll probably be about 20 bucks. This is about anywhere between 40 and 60 depending on where you get it. So price-wise, that's definitely a better bet. Like I feel like I'm already just recommending the Legacy collection because it looks good. It's one third the price depending on where you get it. And I'm gonna assume, based on what I've seen, that the head sculpt won't have these weird little dots on it. But we'll see. But unless you're a huge like Figuarts fan and you really wanted a White Ranger figure and like this is your chance to get it, I just recommend at least waiting until the Lightning collection comes out to see what that has in store for us. But anyway, that's about until next time. That's about it. Until next time, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and of course, don't forget to climb the steps and ring that bell to get the notifications from my videos. Till next time, Dawson Rider signing out.